farmers? Welcome back to Hinterland. The rain just stopped and we're getting back to planting. I'm taking over the planting for the sugar beet. Francine is over planting potatoes across from the silo. I kind of plowed that when it was raining. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. Just get some work done. But with the rain stopped, yeah, we can get back to finishing up the fields we need to today. We need to do a little bit of weeding as well in the field behind us, the cotton field. And the other fields on the other side, we don't need to weed those only because we plowed the fields this year. So there you should be all set. We got a little bit of weeds showing up here already. Is that a weed or is that a spot that we missed? Kind of looks like a weed. Interesting. Seeing that in game time, we just planted this, I don't know, like a few minutes ago? What if I go over it, the weeds should disappear. The weeds didn't disappear. Alright, so be it. Maybe when we'll go over it with a sprayer later on this year, it'll disappear. Anywho, yeah, that's what we kind of got planned for today. And then we're going to get ourselves some chickens. And that's going to be bringing over some sugar beet, soybean. We don't have wheat. I could buy some wheat. And then, what's the other thing that we need? Wait, no. Soybean, wheat, sugar beet. And boy, we're missing a lot of land here. I'm missing something on the chickens. What am I missing here? Soybean, wheat. Oh, corn. Duh. Corn. Yeah, we got corn. We got plenty of corn. So, yeah, maybe we'll buy some wheat just to get the chickens up and going. Yeah, this field here is kind of bumpy. When we planted it last year with the horse planter, or cedar, there's a difference. Didn't miss any spots whatsoever that I can remember. But this planter here is missing quite a few spots. As I showed you last episode, it may not look real bumpy and hilly around here, but when you get down to ground level, or if you just watch the planter go back and forth, you'll see the bumps and dips and the terrain that we're going over. This planter does actually have a pretty good flexible planting stage. It flexes in a lot of spaces. So it's interesting that we're missing some. Oh, I also should note that when I logged into the game today, this planter, of course, was out in this field unfolded. And it was not skewed in any way. So it didn't pivot counterclockwise. Kind of interesting. So unfolded, it didn't do anything, but I guess when it's folded, it does. Ooh, I am just about, well, I should say we are out of fertilizer. Alright, let me go ahead and turn this off. I was kind of hoping to get to the end, but we'll go top it off with seed and fertilizer, because I'm going to need it for April when we plant the soybeans. So let's go top this off with both. Yeah, that field right there, which was a cornfield last year, that'll be soybeans for this season. And by coming this way, I should be able to get a good eye on Francine to see what she's doing over here. Is she... I thought she stopped there for a second. Like, why is she not moving? She's moving. We got a full potato planter, and we should have plenty of fertilizer in that one. I guess it could be the angle that they're trying to do. I don't know. We'll just let her do what she does. I can't see her really having a problem over there. I should unfold the planter here. Not the planter itself, but the tank for the seed and fertilizer. Alright, you're going to fill up one, not the other. Which one? Looks like I filled them both up with seed, so where does the fertilizer go in? Must go into a tanker underneath or something? Either way, we are full. At least for a little while. Francine, what are you doing? You seem a little... Okay, it must be this way the angles that course play has chosen to go around. Now, don't go into the water. Don't worry about her, Peanut. Francine always does a nice job, so she'll get the job done. Focus on what you're doing. All right, back to planting some sugar beet. And that field's already been plowed, the cornfield. May not look like it, but it was plowed. It's kind of weird how the cornfield gets plowed. It kind of leaves all the chaff kind of like on top. Just want to get this little piece right here. Alright, one spot taken care of. Can I get this in one more pass? Almost. Almost, and then yes. They can see the terrain here. I know some people are going to say, oh, just flatten it out, but part of me wants to just leave it there. Just deal with it. It would be kind of interesting in Farming Simulator. I know it'd be not really what the game is for, but if we can get some construction equipment on here and actually do the terrain of the fields and the land that way, rather than just taking out a quote-unquote smoothing tool and doing the land. I'm thinking it probably could be done since we're already smoothing out the land, so it's just a matter of somehow getting the equipment to do it. Now let's get all these missed spots because, let's face it, it'll bother me, it'll bother you. Now I should check. I'm saying I'm going to plant soybeans with this. I didn't really check to see everything that this planter can do, but soybeans usually can be done in a seeder or a planter. And of course, let's get this little corner right here. And looks like 2 more passes and we should be all set. Okay, almost. That one little piece right there is going to be a pain to get, I think. Yeah, I guess the land around here is a little bit more bumpy than I thought it was. Even approaching at all the different angles that I'm doing. Okay, let's try. Am I going to get it here? Probably. Okay, we did. You can just see the land. I would say that's like about a 3 to 4 foot or 1 meter difference in height that we just saw right there. Try to approach it like this and it'll be fine. Hey, we got it there. Alright, let's go ahead and fold this on up. Now, this to see if I can plant soybean with this, and we certainly can. What is the forecast? If the forecast is looking good, I'll leave this parked right here by the soybean field. There is rain in April, but it doesn't say when. I can only go until midnight, and the weather looks good. So, you know, it's going to be all sealed up. It'll be fine. So let's go ahead and we'll just park it down here, and it'll be ready for the month of April to plant soybeans. All right, what's the crop rotation like here? How are we looking? 110% on the sugar beet. Should probably make a little bit of a parking area over here or something. I tend to park my equipment over here often. Alright, let's see how Francine's actually getting along. Well, it looks like it's going pretty well. I see mostly potatoes here. Let's jump in. How are we doing on the potatoes? We're at 50% left. I may need to go top this off later on, but we'll worry about that in a bit. Let's grab the case. I mean, I could use the Voltra for this, but since the Voltra is on the other side, and we're already in the case, we're going to go ahead and use the See and Spot sprayer for weeds. Plenty of herbicide. We didn't have to use any last year, because last year was the first year for most of the fields that we've just started planting in, and everything being plowed, nothing had weeds growing into it. But this year we got weeds. And I am kind of curious. I want to go ahead and I'll have to go this way because I'm already unfolding and I might hit the planter. I want to try that one weed I just tried taking care of. I don't know if that's grass coming through the field. Where was that one? Where did that one weed that was? Okay. I don't know what happened to that little piece of weed or grass that was growing up through this field, but I don't see it now. So, never mind. Let's ignore that. So, spraying herbicide on the fields with precision farming with a See and Spot sprayer. We're going to hardly use any herbicide whatsoever. Let's see. I'm going to say we're going to use about 300. And that might be stretching it, maybe? Yeah, so far I've only used 2 liters, so it's not going to use too much. I think 300 might be a little bit too much of a guess. So since the crop is only in the first stage of growth, we're not going to damage it at all. We do have the Voltra in case I happen to miss a field and the crops grow too tall. We can put narrow tires on the Voltra and we'll be just fine. I should have a look at my precision farming score just to see what it's around. Unfortunately, we'll never get actually up to 100% just because with the potato planter, that's not a direct drill. So, yeah, that's going to kind of hurt the score in the field a little bit. But I think we can probably get up to like 99. Well, that's the overall average score, so maybe if the overall average score is high enough, we could possibly hit 100%. We'll have a look here once we get done weeding to see what our score is. I want to say in No Man's Land we hit 100% once. It was either, well, I've only done it in 2 series. I was going to say it was either on No Man's or East Violin, which would make sense since that's the only 2 maps I've done precision farming on so far, including this one. Yeah, so we're about 45 liters in on herbicide. You pay a lot for the see and spot spraying on sprayers. It's like, what, 40 or 50 grand for it? And at first it may seem like it's very expensive, but if you consider the cost of herbicide and you got a lot of fields, you will save that money on herbicide in no time. Well, I know I go usually call her Francine, but maybe her nickname is Robin. Robin's completed her task in planting all those potatoes, so I guess we had enough potato seeds in that planter. Have to have another look on it to make sure. I do like how the weeds now are just not full-blown weeds and they're everywhere. It's spotty. I do like that. Compared to what it was in 19, without seasons, that is. Where when you got weeds, it was just like weeds everywhere. And I think I have missed a few spots here. I can see a couple weeds here and there, but overall the field's going to be like 99% weed-free. And yeah, I guess my original thought of 300 liters used, not that far off. We're going to be around 250. This could be a good job for GPS if I were, if I'm doing the work myself. Because sometimes it's hard to see exactly where you've been, since you don't have weeds everywhere. Let's see, soil. Wait, no, weeds were right there. And I don't see no green anywhere. We can see a lot of dead weeds. So yeah, we're all set. Yeah, how are we doing over here? Well, I don't see any spots missed by Francine, so she did a wonderful job. Let's go ahead and fold this on up. And while waiting for that to be folded up, we're going to go to our precision farming. We are at 98%. And let's see what field. Yeah, the field with potatoes in it. The bottom one is, that's our tillage score, right? So yeah, that wasn't with the direct drill. And last year, even though we planted with the direct drill, that's when I was having the issue with conflicting mods. And I didn't know what did it with a direct drill, so our score probably could be a little bit higher, because I don't think it's going to go all the way down on the score from one year to another. So but we're at 98%. That's not too bad. Every other feels like at 97, 98%. Yeah, so maybe getting up to 100 would be kind of difficult, but overall, not too bad. Actually, we should have, is it the 14% bonus, or are we at 15? 14. So we got to get at least a score of 99, I think, to get the 15% bonus. But 14% is not that bad either. All right, let's bring this on back. And then we'll grab the JCB. And I'll probably be using the JCB as the cart to bring all the feed over to the chickens because that's the next thing I want to get up and going. Well, I don't know what I was worried about when I saw 50% left of potatoes in here, and I thought, well, we may have to refill it. Still got 22% left. Job well done, Francine, like always. Let's go park this on up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to park this one over by the other seed drill, the horse. And put the planter where it always goes. And that way, if it does happen to spin, the planters and everything else will be out of the way. Let's see, I'll park this, the extra tanker, over here. I have thought about getting a small shed for the small implements, but for now, this is what we have. And this shed is actually, well, as we initially put it down, we all knew it was a big hangar, so it might be able to fit everything. Right now it does, with room to spare. Alright, let's go grab the soybeans out of the silo. Because that is one of the main feeds for the chickens. Now, I don't know how big the feed trough is here, but we're about to find out. Let's dump them all on in there. I mean, what's the ratio again? Protein, 35%. So corn and soybean are the main. Sugar beet next in line, and then wheat is last. Of all things. So I know we don't need a rooster for the chicken coop, but we're getting one anyways. And I will be doing some landscaping on the inside for trees and bushes and grass. I don't think it should be all dirt. Don't know why I'm going around like this when the feed trough is right there. And I'm hoping their feed is going to go down like the sheep, you know, very slow. Not like the cows where it's on the big end. But with the cows, we got to understand we're getting so much more product out of the cows. Well, let's go ahead and hit this. All right, so we're going to get the rooster first. And then we'll get the adult chickens. And we're going to get 10 of those. So we're actually going to have 11 chickens. $550. I think we can afford that. All right. And let's go. Wait, how big is your feed trough? So I can kind of get a figure of. It's hard to tell. So let me put a little bit in so I can see the total amount of liters. Because I got to be careful. I can't fill all the way up. All right, so that's about. You're going to hold about 50,000 liters, I would think. 5,000 liters would be right about here. So 50,000 liters, I think, is what they will take. So I can go ahead and put all the soybean in, I think. Ooh, maybe not 50,000 liters. All right, so maybe closer to 30. So I got to be a little bit more careful with the feed. Well, I can't take it back out, so that's there. Let's go grab the corn. Oop, and I'm on the wrong road. That road's going nowhere. Well, it goes somewhere, but it goes to nowhere. Or nothing. Alright, so we're going to grab about 10,000 liters of corn. Actually, probably just shy of 10,000 liters of corn. Wrong way for corn. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, we got plenty of corn. Alright, that's good. 7,000. I mean, it's a big chicken coop. We only got 11 chickens, so we're not going to go through the feed that much anyways. But I'm just trying to figure out when it comes time to feed them exactly what the ratio should be. And get the main stuff in, so that's 20,000. Yeah, so they may actually hold about 30,000. So moisture food is, so about maybe 5,000 liters of sugar beet. 5 or 6,000 liters of sugar beet ought to do it. And then the rest could be wheat. And we'll have 100% productivity on the chickens. And I got tons of sugar beet in here. We'll give them 6,000 liters of sugar beet. All right, so let's see, I got about 4,000 liters free. So let's go ahead and we're actually going to go into the store. And it's been a while since I've done this. Can I buy? I can buy wheat. $1,400 for 1,000. That's expensive considering what I sell it for. Or let's see, 1,400 for 1,000. Can I buy wheat here? Yeah, the bags are cheaper. I don't think I can buy it in pallets. Nope. Let's go ahead and buy the bags, I guess. Wheat bags. We'll buy 4. I realize the store is going to make a profit, but if I were to sell wheat, of course I am on hard economy, so that's going to change that. But if I were to sell wheat at the best price, I can sell for $4.10. It's all right. We'll keep some of the wheat this year that we're harvesting for the chickens. I should be able to just load it right on in, correct? There we go. And then before too long, we'll have 300 chickens this holds. Something like that. We're going to have tons of eggs to sell. If it doesn't take all 4,000 liters, well, I'll just put it right on into the silo. But it took all 4,000, so it must be a 30,000 liter capacity. Ah, look at that. That's not too bad. So we should be all set on the food for the chickens. Yeah, productivity will take a while. And in 2 months' time, we'll have 21 chickens. And then, yeah, we'll just keep on, and keep on multiplying. I'm guessing this can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 12 pallets of eggs. So should have plenty of room for that. And I'm guessing November is the time to sell the eggs, like on most maps, but we'll have to wait and see. So all the fields are taken care of and planted until next month. We got the soybeans to do. And then we'll probably have to spray for some weeds here and there, which won't take us too long to do either. But things are looking really, really nice around here, I do believe. Let's go ahead and park up the trailer. We should be done with that. And then, of course, we did upgrade our dairy production not long ago. It was this month. It was going to take a while to get going. I'm going to have to probably upgrade that maybe 5, 6 more times, maybe something like that. How much manure and slurry? I think I brought that over in February, right? So I didn't bring nothing over in March yet. Yeah, so in 1 month they produced 60,000 liters of manure. And slurry, we got 50,000 liters of slurry. So right now it seems like every 2 months we can bring over a good amount of slurry and manure. And then, of course, it's going to be a little bit. But let's see, what are these? These are reproducing. Oh, those are 2 cows, so they'll reproduce. Puberty, reproduction. Yeah, so about another 5 or 6 months, we'll be up to like 65 or 6 cows, somewhere around there. And of course, the amount of milk they're producing per month, as we can see, we're up to 53,000 liters, and we brought the milk over last month. And that's with only half of these cows producing milk. So it's going to be a good production, for darn sure. But yeah, we definitely got to keep that dairy production upgraded more before we get more cows, because we're just, or either put down another one, which I don't want to do, but we'll upgrade it as we get the money coming on in. Anywho, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland, but until then, have a good one.